Hi there. It's your boy Phil here with Phil Rides. And I haven't made one of these videos in quite a while. Uh, this past year has been a very interesting year for me. Uh, it's been a tough year. Um, just uh, just a little back. I mean, today look, I know this is a motorcycle channel. This is where you normally do my moto vlogs. Um, Back about a year ago, not this past December, but the December before, in 2023, I got into a motorcycle accident. I was on a dark back road, no street lights. There was a car parked in the middle of the road. Um, and I did not see the car because I was paying attention to what my passenger was saying. I looked back around. There was a midnight black car in the middle of the road. It was very difficult to see. Tried to swerve around it, and the car hit my knee. Uh, First hit the radiator on the bike, my Kawasaki Z900 RS, and then proceeded to hit my knee. Of course, I went to the emergency room. They released me that night. Didn't break anything, but messed up my knee enough to where it blew up to the size of about a watermelon. And by the next day, I couldn't walk. I couldn't move. I couldn't get out. I was completely immobile. And I haven't ridden since. Um, and I don't know when I'm gonna ride again. I do plan on riding again in the future, but I had about two or three knee surgeries. Went septic back last January because, quite frankly, the orthopedic surgeon, I guess, just wasn't maybe on top of it as much as he could have been. I don't know. I don't want to blame him. I thought he did an okay job, taking care of the knee. We finally got it sorted out, but I got so sick at one point that I had 104 fever, ended up having a minor heart attack, and just spent weeks in the hospital, which, for any of you that have done that, it's not a pleasant experience at all. Throughout the course of the year, I recovered from that. It was a lot of problems in my family. Long story short, separation of my marriage, and which is fine. It's I have my two sons living with me. My 28-year-old daughter lives up in northern Florida. Um, and then, I want to talk a little bit, just, and again, this is completely off topic, but I want to talk a little bit about, health and, just taking care of yourself. You know, I, I've always been a bit of a drinker. I smoke cigarettes. You know, I just, I grew up back in the 80s and 90s. If you didn't smoke cigarettes, there was something wrong with you. Um, you know, Not the healthiest eater, as you can probably tell. I'm not like a skinny guy. Uh, but um, just this past, just a few weeks ago, or about a month ago, back in December, right around the 12th, 13th, whatever it was, um, I had a major heart attack, and all year long, I was having health issues. Just wasn't feeling well, very fatigued. Um, Kept having these kind of like radiating pains in my chest that weren't very frequent. It was maybe once a month. I chalked it up to heartburn. Or maybe I had acid reflux. I think I told my doctor. He put me on some, acid reflux medication. Um, my cholesterol was typically okay. I go to the doctor, every few months to, get my blood work done and, get let them check under the hood, make sure everything's going okay. But these pains, they kept getting more frequent. It started, from once a month to maybe once every couple of weeks, then once a week. And then, of course, with the stress and anxiety of everything that was happening in my relationship with my wife and what was happening, with the kids, the whole thing, I mean, it's not, it wasn't a good situation. Um, this it started to get to the point where it was every week, now every few days. And then finally in December, this past month, it was happening like every day. Every time I would try to mop a floor or vacuum or walk the laundry, go get my laundry or whatever, I mean, it's just anything caused this like crazy radiating pain in my chest that would go up into my neck and in my armpit. And it was just, and I wasn't sure what was wrong. But, finally it happened twice in a day. And it was on a Sunday. I went to actually, I'm sorry, no, it was on a Friday. And I went to the office, happened on a Thursday night, went to the office a Friday morning, and it felt like a horse kicked me in the chest. And my 19-year-old son works with me, and I said, "Look, you need to take me over to the emergency room. I think something's going on. I don't, know what it is, but I need to go get checked out." So they were going to do, I believe they call it angioplasty, where they go in through the wrist and they put stents in because my EKG didn't come back right, and it turned out I had a major heart attack. And then what happened was when they went to go put the stents in, they found that two of my arteries were 100% blocked, and then another coronary artery, I think that's what they call it, right? There's, I think, four of them on your heart, whatever. The third one was 95% blocked. So I was getting ready to stroke out and be done. You know what I mean? It was coming any minute. I'm very lucky that I got there when I did. So they said, "Well, Mr. Phil, you're very lucky. We're not doing those stents. You're going to go for open heart surgery." So I ended up having to have, uh, you know, there you go, triple bypass. They basically split your rib cage open and go in and, bypass, the blocked arteries. They take an artery out of your leg and that's it. Uh, so that's what's been going on, you know, among other things. And it's left me completely um, just emotionally, mentally fatigued, drained. Like I got nothing, you know. Um, and just to talk a little bit about, this surgery, you go under, it's an 8 to 10 hours surgery. When you go under, you don't know if you're going to be coming back. So it's very, very, very frightening. It's one of the most scary things that uh, I've ever been through in my life. And, but I did come out of it, and the surgery was a success. And uh, afterwards, you basically come out of anesthesia and you're still like so out of it, and you're still intubated. They still got the tube down, so you can't talk. You're basically breathing through a straw, and and the bottom line is pain. Like it's just your chest is in pain. You can't breathe. It's kind of like your lungs are collapsed. Just little breaths. That's all you can take. That's it. And to do that hurts. Like it's super painful. And you get a lot better in the first 48 hours. They try to get you up into a chair, like literally the next day, because you just have to. You can't just lay there. You have to, like, start getting your lung capacity back. But you're on a lot of oxygen, a lot of pain medication. The first 24 hours, I thought the nurse was trying to kill me. Like I was delusional. Like I didn't know. I was just like, I didn't know what was going on. One of the nurses, I think her boyfriend came in and started fighting with her, and they thought I was out. You know what I mean? And I heard the whole thing, and I'm like, and I told her, and he talked to her like a piece of crap. And I told her, I said, don't ever let nobody talk to you like that. That's crazy. But anyways, it was not a good hospital stay. It wasn't a good experience. So you come out of that, and you have a physical therapist that basically starts to come in and put you in the chair. They try to get you to walk a little bit. Um, you know, and it's just a very slow, agonizing process. Um, the reason I say all this, and I just I quit smoking. I've curtailed my drinking to a couple of drinks here and there. I don't drink like I used to. I was a pretty heavy drinker, and I'm not doing that anymore. Um, But the reason I say this is, guys, please just go get checked out. In my situation, I got checked out. I actually saw a cardiologist this past year and did a stress test. And I asked the guy that did the stress test, hey, how's it look? He said, it looks fine. I never followed up. The cardiologist, unbelievably, once, and they saw what was going on. It was like a non STEMI blockage, whatever it is. And they never told me. Like I had no idea that this was going on. So I'm sitting there and I'm like, this is getting worse and worse and worse. People almost like killed me as far as I'm concerned. Like I'm like, why would you not leave me a voicemail and say, hey, you need to get in contact with us now, immediately? Because, but never just terrible doctor's office, terrible cardiologists, just, and I'm not going to name names, but um, I don't even remember the name, to be honest with you, because it was just a non event. Like, I didn't even think about it. So now, of course, when I tell my current cardiologist that, he's like, what? He's like, what? Like, it's just crazy. So I got very lucky. But just guys, watch your health. Make sure you keep up with it, especially if you don't live an exactly healthy lifestyle. I know some of us do, some of us don't. But I wanted to give a little bit of an explanation why I haven't been around. Luckily, I am around now. I'm feeling much better. Still recovering. I'm doing limited work from home when I can. I get very short of breath and stuff like that. I'm still recovering my lung capacity, but it's been going good. It's been going okay, and I have my boy here that helps me out too. So thank God for him. Um, but and look, I'm never one to ask anybody for help. Okay, like I don't. I'm just not that guy. You know what I mean? I'm the one that helps. Like people, I've had friends come to me for years, saying, "Hey, can you help me out? Can I have a place to stay? Can I, And I've always considered myself to be a very, very generous person, not only with my family but with my friends. And it's I do whatever I can do. Most people that know me will tell you I'll give you the shirt off my back. If I, but if you need it, it's just it's who I am. I'm not trying to pat myself on the back. It's just my personality. Sometimes a little too giving, according to some people. But I did. This has destroyed me financially, emotionally. I'm coming out of it. It's getting better every week. But I am going to ask for a little bit of help. I did start a GoFundMe page, and I had some friends on Facebook share it, stuff like that. I'm going to put a link to it down below. If you can't contribute anything, I mean, like a dollar helps, whatever it is. But if you're not able to, if you could just share it, just, for maybe somebody out there that's been through this and understands, maybe they can help out a little bit, who knows. Um, Again, I find it humiliating, embarrassing to even go there. But I finally broke down and did it because quite frankly, I'm 49 years old. I don't have anybody to ask. So I have to ask, people I don't know, which is just insane to me. But anyways, guys, the long and short of it is make sure you take care of yourself. Um, you don't want to go through this. This is uh, the worst thing that you could possibly go through. I mean, there's just not many things that can top this. All right, so anyways, I just wanted to tell everybody what happened, and God bless you all. I hope you guys are staying safe out there, keeping the two wheels down, and I'll be making more videos hopefully here in the near future. It'll be a little bit, but hopefully I'll be making some more down the road. If you guys have any questions about this surgery or how this goes, certainly leave a comment, down below, and I'm happy to talk to you about it. But anyways, God bless you guys, and hopefully we'll be talking to you soon. Take care.